All right, and we are back, and the group has found a big white rusty metal dome in the jungle, and there is a mechanical skull yelling that the signal that they've been searching for is coming from inside.
And then all the thingies popped out?
Yeah, when it made a loud noise, a bunch of little orbs. Little black, very shiny, like, just a bit smaller than a strawberry sized. Like, what are the mini kiwi fruits called? Kiwi berries? Kiwi berry sized orbs. Like, all flew out.
Can Reciprocity use their connection to the way to attune to find out their intentions
Of the orbs?
And explode their brains?
Yeah, sure, you can definitely do that. You wanna know like the surface thoughts and feelings of the orbs that are like fleeing into the jungle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please. I think they do this without telling anyone. They'll just tell everyone the result, kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's the decision?
I think there's a risk. So I think it's risky, and I think it's limited.
Can I trade up to desperate?
What does that look like what does trading up look like fictionally?
Maybe it alerts the orbs or whoever is controlling them.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, if you open yourself to them a bit more, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, a little bit more vulnerable.
So you want to go to like desperate and standard?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Sure.
6, 4, 1.
Hey, nicely done. Yeah. They're feeling disturbed in a like someone woke me up way, right? Like they're feeling like the individual ones are feeling confused, disconnected, and lost because they're like used to being like up close to the others, right? And they're spreading out. They're like, what's going on? I'm all alone. And I think they are they're feeling quite there's a very big sense of like loss and being lost and confused from these things.
Okay.
And like like that waking up grogginess.
Okay, Reciprocity communicates this in a very crude way, I think. So it kind of like maybe they don't get the kind of feeling across very well, but like they get across the fact that they're lost, kind of thing, to everyone else.
So the servitor goes, "The orbs are scared and lost."
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is the signal coming from them, or is it coming from the dome?
The signal continues to come from below.
Let's go inside. If these things aren't dangerous, then...
So yeah, they poured out through a like 4-inch gap in the like the metal slide Star Trek door.
I wonder if they're running away from something that we're heading towards.
So is there a door? Okay, not just a 4-inch crack. Okay,
no,
can we open it?
So it's a a metal sliding door that is like rusted to this point.
Should I spend a stress to bust it open with my robot arms?
Well, we might not need to. We could just try to open it and see what happens.
Can we open it with our hands?
Not with it. It's not just like it doesn't slide easily. At least.
I want to knock on it before that.
A bunch more like just another like little handful of these little orbs floats out the door at the top.
I do have I've already chosen a detonator in my inventory, so it could blow up.
Of course you have.
Is it a mechanical door? Does anyone have hack?
I'd have hack actually.
Or no, it would need an electronic part to hack it.
Yeah,
Yeah. At the moment, you don't see any power here. That's that. Like, I think you can see where the like controls are though for the door.
I mean, I have
Do you want to? Yeah.
I can try rigging it.
hacking tools. Is that a thing that will help me be able to do that?
Potentially. It sounds like if you could try doing a combined rig and hack roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Who wants to lead that?
Do I take the stress if I lead it? Because I have 1 stress left. I'm
Oh,
happy
I
to
will lead
pass
it then.
out for any reason.
You're so
Anyway.
excited to pass out.
I want my stress back.
Maybe we should let you pass out.
This is
We
such
just-
an embarrassing way to pass out, though.
Just leave Ren at the door. Just like in a corner.
Like prop her up with a gun and like googly eyes.
Weekend at Bernie's style.
You'll probably get eaten.
No, because they got the gun.
Oh gosh.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Oh
Wait,
my
the hack rig roll or the weekend at Bernie's?
Let's do the
Both.
hack rig roll. Let's not do weekend at Bernie's.
Okay.
Let's
Sounds good.
see. Let's save
Sounds
that.
like a plan.
What is our position?
For the hack rig roll, risky and standard.
Does the hacking tools give me a bonus die? Is that how that
Well,
works? Or
I
is it
assumed
just
you
allow
are they
me to-
fine hacking tools? Actually, no. It's not hacking tools that are needed to get this up from limited. There needs to be mechanics or rigging tools involved for this.
Oh,
I have ship
okay.
repair tools.
That would count if you're using those. Then that'll get you up from limited.
Okay, cool.
Because like limited is if there's no power supply, but like if you have something that can give a power supply, such as like mechanics tools might have that, whereas I don't think hacking tools would.
Okay.
So yeah.
So does that change? Does that change?
So
the
we're up to
rules?
standard. We were at we were going to be at limited, but because Cammy is using her ship repair tools, we are standard.
Okay, so we're risky standard. No bonuses. All right.
I have rolled a 5 and a 6.
Oh my
And
gosh,
you've
I've
taken
rolled
one
a
stress. What is it like? Yeah, what does that look like?
Ren. Gosh.
What is Ren doing?
I feel like she's quite weak, right? Because she's struggling quite a lot. So I feel like she is just like plugging things into the slightly wrong place. She's just like hitting slightly wrong buttons, trying to like get through to this. She's just having a real hard time, and it's just a mess.
Yep. Eventually, though, like, yeah, like, Cammy, like, what does it look like that you like get past this? Like, you do it anyway, right? Like,
I'm not sure. I think so. There's a control panel,
and like,
so
the
I'm
thing-
setting
and,
up I'm like
the-
clearing all this rust and stuff off, and I'm waiting for Ren
and
to
Ren's trying to deactivate the security protocols and just fucking everything up, right? Like,
yeah, and so I have to wander over there and fix it.
mm-hmm. Yep.
I have to pull on the door while also pressing this wire, and then it goes. Bzz.
Oh,
Yep, and then the doors like make this like horrible like grinding sound as they like clunk, and they like suddenly like thwack open, and yeah, a bunch more of these little orbs like all just trickle out the top of the door and make their way off into the forest, making their weird little hummy buzzy sound as they go. Inside, like there's this smell of like long old wet like metal and concrete, and like a bit of ozone as well. The inside of the top of the dome is covered in this like fine black, very reflective liquid. And then like there's a walkway around the edge, like a scaffolding walkway, and then down the like deep depths of this kind of like a missile silo, there are like fire escape stairs down into the depths, and at the bottom, you can see like part of it has like collapsed in, like so there's like collapsed in like stone and metalwork and like mechanisms that have fallen over some kind of large orb shaped like again another like a half dome half sphere, like dome over something that is probably like a full sphere inside this like large heavy metal shielded contraption. And you can see that there are like observation officers like down there, like observation decks and things down at the bottom. It's kind of hard to get real details because it's quite dark. But yeah, the little bit of light streaming in from the jungle kind of illuminates that.
Where does the robot want to go?
Down. It says that like I think it indicates I think Reciprocity can get a bit more information from the robot because you've got like this direct data link. And so it's indicating like it says down. What it means is in one of the offices. One of the like
Okay.
observation decks.
Pulling out a pistol. And
Well-
I'm just slowly moving down behind Miss
It's ladders, isn't it?
It's stairs. It's like
Oh, it's stairs.
it's like a fire escape.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yep.
Yep. So you're the one like leading the way down, Thane.
I want to go behind Reciprocity.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like Reciprocity probably has some lights on them.
Yeah, Reciprocity's eye. They have one eye left. The other one's broken, but they have one eye that they can make really bright and kind of shine away.
it's casting
just
all
a-
of these like weird long shadows of the like scaffolding and metal.
Yeah.
I think
things
between
throughout.
between the Servitor, Reciprocity, and Tin Can, there's a bunch of eye lasers going about.
Makes sense.
It kind of dances around wherever they're looking. It's not very helpful to anyone else because
It's like a disco ball in here.
So you get down a bit of the like about a third of the way down before you realize that like the rusty staircase that you're on, like you like you look at the where it's connected to the wall and you can see that like the sinking bolts have just like rusted and so they're like no longer actually in the wall and the whole thing just goes like
Oh,
just you know a few it just rocks a few inches out from the wall as you do it, and you look down and like the further down you go the rustier it all gets because it's like the condensation of the water as it goes down. It's not real safe.
no.
I think if someone thinks they can get the transceiver, I will secure the staircase.
Well, Reciprocity doesn't have to touch the stairs. Do you want to float down and see if you can see something?
If there's,
Valid point.
we can shoot from up here, I guess. If something happens.
Mm.
okay. Reciprocity's pretty tough too, so I don't think Reciprocity's afraid of things. But
Cool. All right. So reciprocity, like we only have like two light sources. The two light sources that are the one light source that's on the stairs now, like casts as its way to like follow reciprocity as like they like descend down into the like the chaos of the collapsed ruin, the collapsed whatever this was previously. And yeah, you can see that like there's a whole bunch of like tethers that like were that were all attached to this like weird orb thing that are all like rotted away and fallen down and all those sorts of things. There's cement or stone like fallen on top of this, and then yeah, there are some stairs that go up from the ground floor up to like an observation deck, an office, and yeah, the thing leads you in there. And inside you see a whole bunch of like like Star Trek style like like control panels and like hollow terminals and all those sorts of things. And then on one wall there is a bookshelf filled with like rolled up bits of paper, like scrolls, in like that look like actual paper, and then and like in like fancy scroll cases and things, and then but like looking around the room, you're seeing all of these bodies that are like pretty much mostly skeletons now, held together with only like sinews and bits of mummified remains. Actually, I think that like when you go like when you look closer, they've turned to stone. And yeah, you get a bit you're like looking around the room, and there is the little servitor is like points you to the back of the room where one of these like turned to stone skeletons is like grabbed onto this thing, and I think like you recognize it as obvious, like you're like, that's an thing, but it is like it's like a big thermos, like a big, like it's like a thermos, but like but like for holding like 16 liters of something, right? And it's still like got, you can see it's got like little like lights on it showing that it's doing something, and it has like a ring just off the top a little bit acting as an antenna, and you're like, that's the thing. Just being grabbed onto by one of these stone skeletons.
So I'm guessing that Reciprocity has kind of floated back up and told everyone what
I don't know.
seen?
I mean, this is at the moment you're in there looking around.
I have a communicator.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, then that means that I would also have to have one, so I'll take that off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I will call back to the others and let them know what I've seen. I'm like, it's down here. Held on to stone statue.
Can you take it?
I don't think so.
You
Am I
got strong
wrong?
robot arms.
You want me to just try and tug it?
It's bad.
Is it? It's held in place.
Have I misunderstood the scene here?
I mean,
I thought
there's a skeleton holding onto. There's a stone skeleton holding onto this thing.
When you
Grasped
say
in their
stone,
arms.
you mean like calcified?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's-
like that.
the atmosphere has.
Gee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
Oh, okay.
they've it's still got an eyeball in there, right? But it's like the eyeball is turned to like some kind of weird.
But like if they were trapped in a limestone cave or something.
Okay, so I guess I can reach out and see if I can.
Just grab it.
Reach out
Yeah.
and touch someone who is a
Down
skeleton.
and touch faith.
Did you want to do it like? Did you want that to be an action roll?
Does it need to be? I don't know.
I mean, like if you're doing it in a specific way, if you just like grab thing, run away, like then that's fine. I just if you want to
Grab thing, run away.
right, like
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Reciprocity doesn't really know what to do in this situation and is going on what their crewmates are telling them to do.
if they
so
just
kinda
bat it with their spatula, that's fine.
yeah, they grab it with their little pincer and like try to reverse.
Yeah, cool. At which point you just hear zoop, and the whole office like lights up with with sounds and things, and like you're suddenly staring at like a holographic person. They don't have like a face, but like the skeleton now has like a body made of like hologram, and the stone like moves as it like pulls the thing back, and the other stone figures in the thing, like with their holographic bodies, like pull themselves up to be no longer like sprawled and fallen on the ground, and start like reaching for weapons. What do
Oh
you do?
shit! Now's the time to secure that staircase, bud. We gotta get down in there.
I want
Yeah, I
to
guess-
start shooting.
Can we see them? It was my
I
understanding
mean,
that
you
we
can't see
them.
past like you can't see into the office. You can see
Yeah,
like
that
you
was-
can see like a few meters into the you can see like because you're looking down, right? So you can see like the meter or two in front of the window. You can also see that like the whole facility has like powered up, right?
Even
And
the space that we're in now is very bright.
there's lots of lights down the bottom. And yeah, the orb thing, like you see like it's got vents that are blowing the dust, that are like blowing dust around. It's got lights on it, and it starts like moving under the rubble.
Well, I want to call to you in the communicator. Are you all right?
Maybe you should come now.
I like tap tin can, like quick.
You get shot twice. Reciprocity from a laser gun behind you.
I'm gonna argue that reciprocity being as attuned to the way as they are saw that coming.
That sounds like a great resistance.
So I have to roll resolve here, not attune,
Because
right?
it's a physical thing, yeah.
Okay. And can I add bonus dice to resist?
I'm not sure if you can add bonuses to resistances. Let me check. Does it ask you for bonuses?
Yes.
Okay, let me double check. Let me double check it for you.
Thank you.
We're this far in the future, and none of us have jetpacks.
Yeah, what's
No one
that
ever
all
gets
about?
jetpacks. I'm sorry. Just wait, no. Boba Fett gets jetpacks. You have to be Boba Fett.
Yeah, you do. There's literally one jetpack in Star Wars.
No, because all of the like, there's an entire division of clone troopers.
That's true. That
Are there jetpack troopers?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Can we please just have the thing, please, for resistance? I'm going to say that you can push yourself. You can spend 2 stress to push yourself for bonus dice.
Or Gambit.
Since I am a
Or spend a
mystic,
gambit, yeah.
I can spend a gambit instead of paying any stress
Mhm.
cost.
Yep. Or if you have
Um,
armor, you can mark off armor.
I have room.
Yeah, armor's 2, so it's a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
Armor just gives me extra dice.
Mm-hmm.
It resists 1 level, doesn't it?
Well, we have a bunch of gambits, so I'm gonna.
Oh, that's right. It's not worth spending stress to push yourself on a resistance roll because it almost always costs you more stress than it would have cost you just to take the additional stress. Because you're spending 2 stress, the chances of the additional dice dropping you down 2 levels is quite a lot. Is quite rare. So like,
Okay, well we've got 5 gambits, so I'm gonna spend a gambit, I
Yeah,
guess.
go.
cool.
5.
Yeah. So you only take 1 stress to like not get shot.
Good job.
Can I use my way to spend a gambit instead of paying any stress cost? It says you can spend a gambit instead of paying any stress cost.
Yes.
Thank you. We have lots right now.
Mhm.
I have very little stress.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, two blaster, well, they're not blaster fire. They're laser fire, right? 2 shots of laser fire spring past you as someone shoots at you with a hologram gun, because they're a hologram. No, they're holding a real gun. That makes sense, but they're a hologram.
It
Cool.
could be hologram guns like in Star Trek, where if you turn the safety protocols off, it just makes a real gun.
Jeez.
So yeah, there's this. So like you turn and you see there's you see like this person in in a military or like sort of security type hollow uniform. Again, none of these people have faces or anything. If you've played Tacoma, they're kind of like the holograms from Tacoma except they have real calcified skeletons in the middle of them. And yeah, it's holding and so like it's holding this gun really weirdly because it's in the like calcified skeleton hands.
That's awful and scary.
I'm going to.
The rest of the figures seem to be frantically pressing buttons on their consoles.
Reciprocity is going to dash out of the room, hopefully.
Okay,
Yes, good job.
leaving the thermos there.
Yes,
Sure.
for now.
Cool. Yeah. That sounds like a scramble, and that'll get you like to your friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Unless you think it's something else, you might think it's a prowl or finesse or whatever it is in this. I can't remember the names of the things in which games.
I think it's a scramble.
Makes sense to
Mostly
me.
because since they're holograms, I'm not sure what else Reciprocity can do because most of their skills are in the way and fighting, and if they're holograms, what can they do there? What position?
I think that this is desperate. No, you can fly. It's risky. And I think it's great, right? Like you could get out of the entire thing if you wanted to.
Okay. 4.
Cool. So yeah, I mean you Oh yeah. Okay. So as you make your way out, you see like at the seams of the like orb thing in the at the like metallic orb machine thing in the middle, you see like little bits of that black liquid that we saw on the roof, like kind of like seeping out. Just like the seal isn't very good on like containing something. And then like it like coagulates into like some little orbs and they float up and fly away.
Oh.
Add.
Mm.
Is there like an elevator or anything?
You
active now?
absolutely get like a sense of like panic, of like there's just a way sense of panic in this space. There is you don't see an elevator.
Is there an obvious power conduit into the office?
Yes, it's at the ground level though.
So did my friends make it back? Did everyone make
So
it?
Still on
everyone's so you've flown back up to your friends who are on the stairs, on the rusty stairs.
Okay.
So you think, Tin Can, that we just need to hit the power conduit and turn it all off?
Yeah.
Great, good. Fix the stairs. I'm going down there.
You could just shoot it.
I mean, yeah, I suppose I could just shoot it. It's not as cool, but fine. Yeah, I should do that. Okay, so I'm gonna have my sniper rifle with me in that case because then I can like get better aim on.
Yeah,
this
that sounds like a great
thing,
idea.
guys. So I'm gonna put that in my load in my inventory,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna now it's scrap to shoot, isn't it?
What's the description of scrap?
Mm-hmm.
Scrap with an opponent in blast or physical combat? Because it sounds more like to me like you might be doing. Is wreck a thing in this? Not quite.
No.
I
I mean, is it a scramble to shoot it quickly? I don't know. I've been using scrap up to this point for shooting, but I guess it's because I've always been shooting
yeah.
at someone.
Rig is like disable a trap
Like, say you
Pick
were
a
trying to shoot something off of a spaceship, it would still be a scrap. You wouldn't be rolling it, like, because it's not. I'm trying to detonate.
I think that scrap makes sense here.
Okay.
Like, it's your
Alright.
choice, so you can be like, I think scrap makes sense, and you just say that.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Mhm.
I do. So
Good
what's
job.
my dealio here? Is this risky?
I
Is it
don't think
desperate?
I don't think we're desperate. I think we're risky, and I think, oh no, it's desperate because like it's up against the hologram people, so they might come out and like retaliate. So that makes it desperate.
Cool.
And yeah, and I think this is limited effect currently.
Okay.
What if I
but-
throw a detonator over there?
See, that would, like, literally, if you mark off detonator in your thing, that brings
I
us
have
up to standard.
detonator. I always have detonator.
We
So
could
if-
get hit with the blowback of that though. Like this isn't a hugely big space if we explode
Tin
something.
Can like pulls the detonator out of their overalls, gives it to Ren, and he says, "Blow that up!"
Oh gosh.
And their laser eyes like pointing at the thing.
Oh my goodness. What? Okay, have we used these before? Do we know what the range is on one of these? Because this feels to me like if this is a small stairwell.
Tin Can knows the radius on one of these.
Okay, cool. All right. So that's presumably that's still the same roll?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So do we how many gambits did you say that we have, Terry? Do we want to spend a gambit to get another die on this?
We have 3, so it's up to you.
I like the
I
way Terry's like,
reckon-
no, the gambits are mine.
I think we do. I think we want to
I think
get
this is
one.
probably a good use of a gambit.
I
All
think
right.
everyone should get. Gambits to me feel like everyone should make their own choice.
Oh
that makes
gosh.
sense.
Oh good. So it's a 6
Oi!
upon the 2. So yes.
Cool,
Good
awesome.
work.
So yeah, like, what does it look like as you destroy these power conduits?
I think that like Ren is just like bringing her gun off her back and around, and then Tin Can's like, no, this. And she's like, okay, and grabs this thing and just kind of lines up and is clearly quite exhausted and in pain and just sort of lobs this thing across and down, and it just like touches the edge of the like box for
Mhm.
this, and it just touches and the whole thing just goes up.
Yeah. So like, yeah, there's an explosion, and it like, and like and like you all like get that like hot wind from the like fire that like washes over, like it fills the bottom of the room, right? It just doesn't get all the way up to you. And yeah, we see everything go zoo, and we just hear this like dunk as the like semi-hovering big metal like orb container like hits the ground, and we see more of the like orbs float up and away.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's suddenly very quiet, apart from I guess probably fire sounds, like the crackling of things still burning.
Oh,
I think we
Well-
look encouragingly back at reciprocity, like problem solved.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can go grab this thing again.
Yeah, you head back into the thing, and like, yeah, it's just on the ground now because the person who was like holding it has like gotten up to do something else, and now is like been in like an action pose of like doing something, and then just fallen over in and like are now like awkwardly a statue fallen down. But yeah, there's the thing on the ground. You can pick up and take it, and
Okay,
return to your
yeah.
return to your friends with it.
Kind of like zips in real fast, like kind of looks around and then dips down and scoops it up and flies back out, kind of
Oh.
like backwards, still looking into the room because they're a little bit skittish about
yeah.
what happened.
You get as you come out of the office, you every time you go into the office things feel quieter, and every time you come out of the office you get like the background emotions of the room. And yeah, this time the background emotions of the room are like this kind of like like fear or like depression and terror of like captive this fear and terror of captivity and sleep.
Ain't that a big mood?
Is the is the weird, like something is radiating this way emotion.
Can reciprocity, I think, is gonna, in that case, if they're sensing this kind of like empathetically, then they're gonna kind of attune to that and hone in on where it might be coming from specifically.
Yeah, that's there's a risk
Okay.
that it gets in your head.
Okay.
In your
And
head.
what's the so position is risky, and then
Effect is standard because you're
Okay.
because of where you are physically.
can I trade my position up to find out like a little bit more about this, like kind of open up a little bit more to a little bit more risk to find out more about this being, find out
What does that look like? Here's the thing: you're going to have to expose your like AI core in some way for that, right? Like you're gonna have to, like, do you like open up like a shell and be like, "Oh, here's my soul"? Or
I think
like...
I think the diameter. I think the diameter on the one eye kind of like opens like an aperture.
Yeah, and
opens
just
really
like
wide.
goes completely open.
Yeah, and you can just see the core like inside. No one else has ever seen this, and they still haven't seen it because they're not in the same room. But like, reciprocity is really reluctant to do this when they're around other people still, because they feel very vulnerable about their like the purity of themselves inside.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So yeah, so that makes it
Another big mood.
so that makes
Let
it
me show
desperate
you my
and-
brain.
desperate and great. You can learn a lot of information if you make it. Oh my
6.
gosh! You put it on the line and then you kick it through. Gosh, the black liquid inside this like capsule thing, doesn't want to be like it. Yeah, has this fear of being trapped in there for however many more thousand years. It for a moment it had felt hope that it might escape, and is now like no, with the power going off.
Why you gotta give us the sad with the victory?
Right?
Reciprocity calls back through the communicator to everyone. New friends. There's someone maybe we can rescue to make a new friend. Can you get down here?
There's so much. It had seen so much light, right? It was like there was this, like for a moment everything was lit up. It was all exciting. There was sound. There was light. It could just and like for a moment it was like not trapped in its like its feelings of like hunger and tiredness and like all of those sorts of things.
We can't guarantee that we can get back up if we climb down, because the ladder might fall down the staircase.
I thought you said you could fix it.
I could fix it, but it will cost me. So it's like,
How big
Where
is the
is this
container?
thing that you're trying to say?
The big pod thing.
Mm-hmm.
About the size of like a Jeep.
Shit.
The like orb bit is about the size of a Jeep, and then if I do a quick, I'll do a quick drawing for you.
if only we had a grappling hook.
So like it's shaped like this, and then like it has like right, it's that kind of shape. And
Exactly like a Jeep.
Well, no, that's Jeep sized, and then it's got like bolts holding it together and everything like that.
Okay.
It seems to be primarily about having a lot of steel containing whatever's inside it, right? That's the main thing, and then there's like mechanisms built into it.
I mean, we can scramble down there and then figure out how to get back up.
The thing that you're trying to save, you told us that it's inside of the sphere?
Yeah, I think so. I think I would relay all the information that I think Reciprocity would relay all the information that they could. Especially because we're on communicators, so you could probably just ask questions, I think.
Is it
I think there's a lot of
both?
interference on the communicators now that Reciprocity is holding the thing. The thermos. There's a lot of like, it seems like random like news snippets or bits of data. Like, yeah, it seems very unorganized, but like lots and lots of information about like, you know, genetic codes of certain species, soil samples from planets, pop songs from different societies, just like someone flicking through an encyclopedia.
Bits of DC's radio show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like someone flicking through an encyclopedia, like Wikipedia.
Does anyone have another detonator?
I do. It's just I don't want to blow it up if it's going to hurt whatever's inside. So if you can find out if it's safe to do that or not, then I can just blow it up.
Can we I wonder if we can open it. I wonder if whatever's inside just needs to get out of the container. Because if
I think that's the idea, but we blew up the mechanism for opening it.
If the little orbs are part of it that's escaping, if we can't just let it all out.
What if you just hit it with your spear real good?
Well, I mean, do we need to fully open it, or do we just need to like jimmy a little bit open and then it can flow out?
As you're like talking, whenever you stop talking and like you're waiting to, and there's like a little bit of silence, the thing goes right, like that there's like as if it's like nails on a blackboard for the entity, for the mind, whatever it is, and then as soon as you start talking and things like that, it starts like, you know, it calms down like someone who's like got their fix.
We need to put it in a jar and then put it in our eye core in the ship.
Do you have a jar?
Jar.
Do you have a jar?
Can we put it in the servitor?
I
Well,
mean,
it's the size of a bean, isn't it?
there's at least like there's at least a kiloliter of like this.
So we've already shut down all the stuff in the building, right?
Yeah,
There's no more power coming into this part of the facility.
I think we should go back to our ship and then bring the grappling hook over here and then just pull the thing out.
Seems better than anything I can come up with.
Better than us getting stuck in the bottom of a missile silo because we fell off the stairs.
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder if it just needs power though. Like, I wonder if, because what it seems to crave is the power. So I wonder if we can.
Seems more interested in us talking. We just blew up all the power in the place, so we can either pull it out or we could blow it open. Because I don't think we can hook up power unless we get down there, but then getting down there is a problem, and then getting back up is a whole other problem.
even then, if we hook it up to a power source, how do we know that it won't just suck that power source dry? So, for example, if we hook it up to the ship, how do we know that it's not going to just like...
Well, I was thinking more repair the power that was here.
Oh, well, okay, that's a different thing.
I think we should secure the mission critical item and then rescue the spooky baby.
Spooky baby.
Okie dokie. Reciprocity defers because they are so new to this whole life that they defer to everyone else.
My dungeoneering experience tells me that if you fall off the staircase, you could spend the next session trying to get back up the staircase.
Falling damage is the worst too.
It is. That is true. So seeing as we're pretty close to the time, shall we? I mean, y'all can get back to your ship relatively easily, I think, and stow your weird thermos radio, and we can come back and see what we do from there next time.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't think we've finished. I don't think we're up to the point where we roll the things for the end of a job, but I think we're pretty close, so we can probably hit that next time. In the meantime, though, we can do some XP questions.
Can I turn the thing off?
What thing?
The beacon.
Do you want to roll a tinker to try and work out how?
Yes, because otherwise there's going to be an expensive beacon in our ship.
Yep.
Good call.
I kind of want to push.
Use the gambit.
If I meet the stress, I'm not all the way, am I?
If you meet the limit, you go you take a trauma and you pass out because it's not like Band of Blades where you have to go over.
Maybe I won't try and make the limit. Okay, I'll just do I'll do a rig roll with a gambit.
Sounds
I
like a
can
plan.
help you. So
Can
have-
I what would the position be and the effect?
Risky limited.
Can I push that to desperate standard to
How? What does that look like fictionally?
I think Tin Can properly opens it up.
Right. Okay.
Doesn't just look for buttons and stuff, but
Okay. Right. Cool. Yep.
does a proper diagnostic on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So because then there's a risk that you break the thing, right? So that becomes
So then I'm spending a gambit here. Did you say you were going to help DC?
Yes.
So spend a stress to help. There you go. Cool.
Got a 6.
I think you work out not to open it because it's vacuum seal, that most of the inside of it is vacuum seal. It's emptiness.
Good. Lucky I'm diagnosing.
Yeah, so you wrap it up in a Faraday cage. And loop the you do some kind of Ansible Faraday. I don't know what that looks like.
Foil.
Do I just tuck it in wrap it in a lead sheet and put it under the warp core?
Something like that, yeah.
Leave that over there.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, okay. It's not broadcasting shit.
Good.
Smart.
Cool.
Smart.
All right. Well, do you want to do your XP questions then, Cammy?
Yes.
I'm learning so much.
I just got my last desperate roll on the
I was going to
insight,
say,
so I get
good
full-
job. Good job rolling, gunning for those desperates.
At the end of each session, for each item below, mark 1 XP, or 2 if that happened multiple times. When you play a mechanic, you earn XP when you address challenges with technical prowess or ingenuity. How many times do I get to count that?
Up to 2.
Then I will take 2 because I did a lot of mechanics.
You did a lot of mechanics today. Good job.
Oh, you get XP every time you do desperate, regardless of the result. I've only been marking if I get sick.
Oh, no, yeah. Every time you do a desperate roll, you get XP in that group of actions. Yeah.
In that field. I expressed my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I called my friend and I called my sibling and they fixed my friend.
Yes. Good job.
And
That's
I also
definitely one.
asked them about their sibling.
That's
so-
another thing you did. So, yeah, 2. Does that tie
now
into your beliefs? Because I feel like it expressed a bit of your beliefs as well when you were like, just turn off your emotions.
Yeah.
And they were
That's
like,
what
I feel
programmed
much
to do.
better. Yeah.
Struggled with issues from my vices or traumas. I was reckless as shit.
Yes. I think you get 1 from that. I don't think that, like, there was an opportunity for a second one, which was like jumping down the stairs, right?
Yeah, so yeah.
I feel
I
like
think grappling hook into the sand was like, grappling hook, reckless!
yeah, exactly. But then the second time you stayed off, so yeah. Cool.
So that's me done.
Excellent. Who wants to go next?
I will, because I don't think I have much to count really.
Okay.
I did a desperate roll, but I don't know. When you address challenges with force or threats, I guess arguably blowing up the thing, but that's
Yes.
really, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
that
that's
is force. That is addressing a challenge with force.
I suppose that's true. Yeah. Cool. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I don't think so, really.
We
I
didn't see
mean,
a lot of you this time, as far as like.
no. The only
character-wise.
way that I could potentially argue that is not wanting to stay behind.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that counts for like beliefs
I think-
and yeah.
Yeah.
So take one for that
Okay.
as well.
All right, cool. So struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session, not this time. So that's 2.
Cool. Good job. DC.
Mine is Iron XP when I address challenges with charm or audacity. The only thing I think would count would be talking with aura.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Trying to
I think that was definitely, yeah, I think that makes sense. So yeah, let's get one for that.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Don't think so.
Okay. That is okay. Some days are more and some days are less.
And you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. I also don't think so.
No, I don't think so specifically. Need to get some more traumas to just like ham it up.
Maybe.
That's how you win. Oh no, DC.
I'm still here, but my camera.
What just happened?
We can still hear his voice.
It's like he never left. Like they never left. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh no. Now
It's an
you're all in
extra
different spots.
tree. Oh no, not again.
Hey, wait. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, Ash, yeah, you can do show non-video participants.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I worked it out, but now. All right, so
Oh,
Cammy with the blue hair and the glasses.
Okay, I'll go through my XP. I did a few desperate rolls, so I've marked those off as we went. You addressed a tough challenge with wisdom or the way. I think I did that a couple times. I used the way quite a lot today, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Not very smart, but I did use the way a couple times.
Yep. No, I think you did that.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Not really yet. There's not really a chance to yet for us supposed to because well, actually I did make pancakes.
You
He
did
did.
make pancakes. I think you should get at least one for
Just like-
pancakes.
My heritage.
My heritage is pancakes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas. Not really, because my vice went okay, so I don't think I struggled with
Yeah, you're
issues
fine
from
with
it.
that. I like the idea of overindulging in pancakes.
I know. One day.
One day. Cool. All right. Who wants to go through the ship questions? Do that.
I can do that.
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay. You earn XP when you execute a successful transport or smuggling mission. So we didn't
We haven't
really
completed one today. So,
Yeah.
It's okay.
contend with challenges above your current station. I think so.
Your current station is 0. Everything is above you.
Okay. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
What's your reputation? Strange? Yes.
Okay.
You're doing weird stuff with
So weird.
you're being strange.
Ain't we just?
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I think so because we're smuggling. Well, I mean, I guess we got
that's
smuggling, but-
that's the first question. The first question is about whether or not you smuggle. the goals, drives, inner conflict, and essential nature of the crew is about your own narrative of like the relationships between the player characters and things.
I think we asked to smuggle stuff, and then we've found some stuff, and then found a ghost baby, and we're like, we should probably rescue the ghost baby too.
I think we get an XP for that.
That's
yeah.
on brand.
Does that complete our track?
It does.
Awesome. So we can pick. We can. I think offline we can chat about what we want to pick as far as upgrades and stuff.
Cool.
All right.
I also moved Reciprocity's XP to get a new resolve point. So.
Nice. Cool.
Yay.
Cool. Excellent. Well, that's Scum and Villainy for today. Let's do some shout outs. Do you want to do your shout outs first, Cherry? We can go back the other way.
Yeah, sure. I have been Cherry. I don't know how to English anymore. You can find me as Cherry Ray pretty much everywhere on the internet except Facebook. Cherry like the fruit, RAE, and I stream 4 days a week. I just got back from PAX, so I'm really tired. But
Yeah, I was like, we could keep going with this adventure, but I don't want to like keep Cherry up any longer.
I don't think I can word anymore. So
Yeah.
thank you for having me,
Yeah.
as always.
Good job. DC.
Hey, I'm DC. You can find me at Dungeon Commander on the internet. I am working on Mutants of the Night, which is going to be coming out version 1.0, the first official complete version in October.
That's so
Because that's
exciting.
what Big Bad Con is, and that's when I'm going to play it, and then all of you can play it too. Yeah, that's it. It'd be a
That's
fun time.
exciting. Cool. Cammy. With Bud.
She's going after my porridge bowl. I'm Cammy. I am Splidget Moose on the internet, the only Splidget Moose on the internet. You can find me in places, and if you don't find me in those places, then it means I'm not there.
Okay. Sounds good.
I made a new emote the other day, or yesterday. What is time? And I think you should all subscribe to my Twitch channel to use my cool Dagoth emote.
That seems reasonable. I feel like there may be some consequences to not subscribing now. And then Evie. Hi, Evie.
Hi, I'm Evie. Thanks for joining us for more random space adventures. I don't know if my internet is gonna let me
You're-
say goodbye to you, but
You're doing great.
hopefully it will. If you want to follow me on Twitter so that you can read my general tomfoolery and about how I GM another different space game, you can at Words by Evie. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. I've been Ash. I've been your GM. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, and Patreon at Acegiak, ACEGIAK. If you haven't already hit the follow button, do that because there is lots more role-playing and cool stuff coming up. We've got Splintering Wheel Dungeon World tomorrow, and then we've got Blades in the Dark on Monday, so it's gonna be real good. But other than that, thank you all so much for joining me. This was a blast today. Oh my gosh. We will catch you later. Bye!